All right, let's dive into one of Shakespeare's most brilliant and, frankly, bizarre speeches. It's this incredible moment where one little dream sparks a huge philosophical showdown. The question is, are our lives guided by fate, or is it all just random, cruel chaos?
So, it all kicks off on a street in Verona. A bunch of friends are about to crash a party, but our main man, Romeo, is dragging his feet, totally lovesick. And he says this one simple line, having absolutely no idea he's just lit the fuse on a verbal explosion from his best friend, Mercutio.
And trust me, this is way more than just a friendly argument. Romeo's dream kicks off this huge debate about reality itself. Are dreams prophetic visions, a little sneak peek into our destiny, or are they just, well, meaningless brain static? That's the real tension we're going to get into.
Okay, so let's set the scene properly. You've got Romeo, his super witty and cynical friend Mercutio, and their pal Benvolio. They're all masked up, on their way to crash a party at the house of their mortal enemies, the Capulets. But while everyone else is ready to have a good time, Romeo is just a total downer, completely consumed by a recent breakup.
He's not just a little sad, he feels this actual physical weight. He tells his friends he has a soul of lead, like an anchor so heavy he can't even think about dancing. To Romeo, this emotional pain is a very real, very physical thing. Mercutio, being the pragmatist he is, has zero patience for this. He tries to just snap Romeo out of it, and their personalities just immediately clash, which sparks this whole debate about what love even is and how you're supposed to deal with it.
And this right here just captures their two worldviews perfectly. You got Romeo, the big romantic, seeing love is this brutal, painful thing. And Mercutio's advice, fight back. Basically, don't be a victim of love, dominate it. If love is rough with you, you get rough right back. It's this really cynical, aggressive take that's the total opposite of Romeo's poetic suffering. So after going back and forth about love, Romeo finally reveals what's really bothering him. It's not just his broken heart. He tries to tell his friends that going to this party is a horrible idea, and his big proof is a dream he had. And for Mercutio, this is the perfect opening. This is where they really go head-to-head. When Romeo says he had a dream, Mercutio just fires back that dreamers often lie. But Romeo doubles down, insisting that dreams actually show what's true. So for Romeo, a dream is a prophecy. For Mercutio, it's total fiction. And with that, Mercutio just launches into one of the most famous monologues in all of literature.
So, to prove his point that dreams are complete nonsense, Mercutio doesn't just argue, oh no. He invents this incredibly elaborate, fantastical origin story for them. He says, oh, then I see Queen Mab hath been with you. And then he starts painting this picture of a tiny, magical creature who's responsible for every dream we have.
So who is this Queen Mab? Well, according to Mercutio, she's the fairy's midwife. Her job isn't to deliver babies, but to deliver dreams, custom-made for whoever's sleeping. She's a creature of pure fantasy, and Mercutio is about to describe her in almost obsessive, microscopic detail. I mean, Mercutio just weaves this unbelievably detailed, whimsical image. Her chariot is an empty hazelnut shell, the spokes of the wheels are spider's legs, the whip is a cricket's bone, and her driver is a tiny little gnat. It's this hypnotic display of pure imagination, designed to completely draw everybody in.
And Queen Mab's work is very specific. She doesn't invent new desires, she just reflects the ones you already have. She gives every sleeper a dream that's tailored to their own anxieties and ambitions. It all starts out as simple wish fulfillment, but then the speech is about to take a very, very dark turn.
And just like that, the whimsical little fairy becomes a hag. The fantasy just curdles into something sinister and chaotic. She's not just bringing sweet dreams anymore. She's punishing vanity with blisters and tormenting soldiers with nightmares of violence. She tangles hair into elf locks, these knots of bad luck that bring misfortune. The Dreamweaver is now a total tormentor.
So at this point, Romeo has just had it. He can't take any more of this manic, wild speech, and he cuts Mercutio off, shouting, "Peace, peace, Mercutio, peace! Thou talk'st of nothing." And by doing that, he walks straight into Mercutio's trap.
And Mercutio just agrees with him. True, he says, I talk of dreams. And then he delivers the final punchline. Dreams are not messages from the heavens. They are the children of an idle brain, born from nothing but vain fantasy. That whole elaborate, beautiful story
was just a spectacular, poetic way of saying, Romeo, your dream is totally meaningless.
Now you'd think, after a masterful performance like that, Romeo would be convinced. But he's not. Mercutio's cynical logic just bounces right off of him as he goes straight back to that powerful sense of dread he started with.
And his response is just chilling. He completely ignores Mercutio's entire argument and declares his fear. He believes this party is going to set in motion some consequence yet hanging in the stars. He's talking about inescapable, written destiny. For Romeo, this isn't just teenage drama, it's a real belief that our lives are controlled by some grand cosmic plan.
And he's terrifyingly specific. He predicts that the events of this one night will lead directly to his own untimely death. In this moment, Romeo isn't just a lovesick teenager anymore. He's like a prophet of his own doom, totally convinced that his life is not his to control. He believes he's on a path set by a power way bigger than himself.
So that leaves us with the ultimate question, right? The one that hangs over the entire play. Who's right? Is life just a chaotic fantasy where our thoughts don't mean anything, like Mercutio argues? Or is it a tragedy where our fates are sealed from the very beginning, like Romeo believes? This isn't just a speech, it's the central philosophical battle of the entire story.